Okay, no, 5. Removing me and Ayan. Mikatako usap. Oh, and another thing, guys, I forgot to mention is that the embassies themselves of the specific countries also advertise scholarships on their websites. So if you're interested in going to London, you can also check there on their website, on the embassy's website, what kind of scholarships are being offered. So,
Mikateko unmuted, and then when you spoke him.
Oh, sorry, Mikateko, do you have any question?
Or
Hello.
comment?
Hi.
Oh, good. I was saying I'm good. I hear you were asking if I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm just listening.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a question. Yes.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so guys, the other thing that I realized when I came to Ireland, the university sent me an email asking me, would you like to become an international student ambassador? So universities abroad, they actually employ international students to be ambassadors for their universities. And amongst our job description is advertising or marketing, studying at Ireland, or not actually at Ireland, at our specific university. And we are hosting webinars and info sessions where potential students can ask us questions relating from your application process, those who've applied for visas, what is it, life in Ireland, life as a student at the specific university, where do you do your shopping, what is the weather like? So on the social platforms of the international offices of those specific universities, that's where they host some of these webinars. Sometimes you find that international universities are now coming to African countries to do active recruiting, where they also host workshops and they talk about opportunities in their specific universities. In May, there were about 50 international universities in South Africa. They were in Cape Town, Durban, and Johannesburg. My university was amongst them. And I think a week later, my university, together with the Irish ambassador to Nigeria, was in Nigeria talking about studying in the University of Galway. So now we are finding, and I think as the years go more, we will find more international universities actively coming to recruit on our own soil, our African soil. So follow them on their social platforms, whether it's Instagram, it is TikTok, it is YouTube. On YouTube, they will also use the students who are actually also need to do a video where we do campus tours, showing people that this is what the university looks like. This is where you find your student building, you get this, you get that. And also, once you've started your application process and you have been notified that you have gotten acceptance, you start your visa application immediately. Luckily for Ireland, South Africans do not need a visa, but obviously with other countries, there might be visa requirements. And you also might find, pertaining to the English test, the university may not require you to have an English test, but the visa process may require you to have an English test. And in that case, that is an immigration law that the university has no say over, and you are forced to actually partake in an English test. So I would say, specifically for those who are looking to do undergraduate qualifications, because I'm not sure for postgrad if that is a requirement. I mean, if you've published your research work and it's in English, I think that should be sufficient. But for those trying to pursue undergrad and maybe master's qualifications, it might be a good idea for you to have an English test. I think it lasts for 2 to 3 years. So it would be good. It would be a good idea to have that. Any question?
Okay, before you get into the questions, I just wanted to address, someone was asking, I think it was Google, asking, do you get paid for being an international ambassador? Which I responded, yes, you do. But I also just wanted to highlight, and maybe you can support me then, Dompiwe, what was interesting about these road shows that they do you know, the Irish universities and Education Ireland and things like that, you guys get so involved and
Yes.
exposed to within your home country, you know, the education department of Ireland. You get exposed to institutional strategies, because they have such a focus on international students and making international students comfortable and making their countries or their tertiary institutions attractive to international students, such that they involve you guys on so many levels, to the extent that I think when you came home for the summer, you missed the roadshow when they were here in South Africa
Yes,
by a week or something.
by a week.
And, yes, and what was nice is that your Nigerian counterpart that you're
Yes.
studying with, doing the project with, he was at it was the following week, so he was at home and he was able to
Yes.
to go back home with them, so to speak. And when they're doing that roadshow, he could be on the stand, he could be within his community, telling his fellow Nigerians who are from his community that here I am, Ndombi from wherever, I am one of your community members. I am studying in Ireland, and now I'm back here in Nigeria, and I want to tell you that I am doing my PhD abroad. It is possible. I'm here with Education Ireland. And I found it very nice because they still called us when they were on, they were out for dinner with his wife as well as the delegates from Education Ireland. So yeah,
Yes,
they get paid.
The nice thing is
Exposure.
that for them, it became a big thing because it was announced on radio. They had news anchors were also there, so it was reported on TV, because they're trying slowly but surely to make people aware, especially Nigerians who always believe that no, nothing is meant for them because they've got such a bad reputation. But for the Irish ambassador to actually be there himself was a great thing. I know one thing that I also appreciate about my university, specifically pertaining to Nigerians, is that once applying for visas in Nigeria, for some reason, the process is difficult, and it's just got to do with the governance within that country. But we've got a lady who is Amaka, and she is posted in Lagos. She is working for the university while there, and she assists people with visa application, when it comes to choices of qualifications to follow and so forth. So you can see that these international universities are really intentional on recruiting students from Africa.
And maybe, Ndombi, you can take this as an opportunity to just run through the numbers of, you know, population versus tertiary institutions, just to put it into, and to make them understand.
Yeah, it's like, you know,
Why
what Anna is saying is so true. If you look at South Africa alone, currently, our matriculants are struggling to get spaces into university. And it's not because they don't qualify, it's just because there's not enough space. We have a population of, I'm sure it's over 70 million, but we've only got 26 universities. While in Ireland, with a population of 5 million, we've got 35 universities. In the state of California, with a population of 40 million, they've got over 400 tertiary institutions. So they have got the space. And the other thing is, you find, since the nationals of the country are fairly taken care of by the government, they don't have that specific drive to study further, to pursue their masters, their PhDs, because they're comfortable. But us coming from third world countries, that's seeming to be the only way out of our vicious poverty cycle, you know, for us to just have that one leg into being able to be comfortable and breathe. But then at the same time, Eskom will then make the prices go up, everything, then you're just like, I can't breathe again. So you need to move on to the next level. So you find that, I mean, in my office, it's a PhD office. Majority of the people who are there are international students. So the spaces are there for us to come and study. That's why they're actively recruiting. So guys, anything, I think on my side, I'm finished. Is there anything that you would like to share? Your feelings, anything.